Now, my wife and I just got back from vacation. We spent 3 weeks over in Europe celebrating our 35th wedding anniversary. You're getting shit. Great vacation, better than our last vacation. Last year, we went to the ocean, and while we were there, I crushed the shit out of my hip. Broke it, smashed it. I don't know if you're familiar with how a hip is made, but did you know there's a ball at the end of your hip, like the bone? Did you know that? I hit so hard, I snapped the ball off. And then it right in my sack. So now I have 3 testicles. Very uncomfortable. Not really built for that, more like a sports car, kind of a 2-seater. And I got a guy hanging off the end like, She had a good story about breaking a hip if you break a hip. I was standing still sober when it happened. 2 things that I'll never fucking let happen again. I believe it was the sober thing that fucking killed me. We were at the beach and it was a nice day. So my wife and I went down to the beach where I could sit there for a couple hours and watch her fly her kite. And I'm an old fucker, and that's what we do. Bored as shit. Finally, God took pity on me. Instead of blowing the wind out of the west, He blew it out of the east. So the kite went from over the ocean to over here, where they were now opening up the outdoor beach bar. Well, shit, yeah, I'm going to get a drink. I'm bored. Told my wife, I said, I'm bored, I'm going to go get a drink. And my wife said, well, whither thou goest, I shall follow. Because that's how we talk. We didn't used to, but I was working with a young black comic one time, and he did 10 minutes on how this old white people talk was fucking funny, so we adopted it. We like to do it around young people because they just scared you, like, what the fuck are you guys doing? I said to my wife, I said, well, I'm going to get drink. She said, well, whither thou goest, I shall follow, for thou art the surfing wiener, because I was surfing. I don't know if you've ever been to the beach, but apparently when you live in the beach, to go to the outdoor beach bar, you have to stop and wash sand off your feet so you don't traipse the sand from the beach to the outdoor beach bar, because then it would look like an outdoor beach bar. So I went up and I was standing on this very solid wood platform with a nice rubber mat that was connected by big 4x4s to a very large and stable planet. This one. Now, you realize that this planet is constantly moving. It's rotating and it's orbiting the Earth or the Sun at the same time. It's fucking moving all the time. You don't feel it, but it's moving. And I went over to wash my feet off, I lifted this foot up, and washed the sand off, and I lifted this foot up, and the planet lurched. I went up in the air and came down and crushed the shit out of my hip. Man, they're crying. My wife goes, you all right? I go, yeah, I'll be fine. We skied, I've fallen down, Papa just bruised it. But I'm in a lot of pain. And that means I need a drink. I'm a devotee of John Wayne movies. And I know in every John Wayne movie, when somebody gets hurt, falls off a horse, whatever else, what do they need? Whiskey. That's right. That's a medical thing. So I pulled my old ass up and hobbled out my now crushed hip out to the outdoor beach bar. Luckily, the bartender had seen what happened, so he met me there with a drink. Unfortunately, it was a foo-foo drink. I'm like, I don't think whipped cream's going to help this. Oh, I drank it because I knew there was booze in it, but yeah, you don't waste that. And I go, this isn't helping. I need something stronger. I need wild turkey. Stat! Medical term. So he brought me a big glass of wild turkey, and I chugged it. I sat there for a couple minutes. I looked at my wife and I go, we're in trouble. She said, why? I said, I think I found the first thing in my life that wild turkey will not cure. It'll mend a broken heart, but it won't mend a broken hip. Which is a country song I've written. It'll be out next month. I said, we need to go to the doctor or something. She goes, all right, well, here's what I'll do. I'll run out and get the car, and you can walk out front and meet me there. She didn't think I was in enough pain sitting there. So she went to get the car, and I walked through the bar, up through the play area, up a flight of stairs, hobbling along. I'm not making this up. Walked through the hotel, got out there in just under 4 hours. You don't move fast with a broken hip, little girl. My wife was waiting for me out there because she's a good girl, waiting for me with her hand on the horn going, come on, you old bastard, get in the car, the fucking bars are open. But she loved me. She took me down to the urgent care, and the woman doctor took x-rays and stuff. She goes, oh my, you crushed the shit out of this thing. She goes, not only did you snap the ball off, which is now in your sack, and I'm not going to go with it. Maybe with the blood on that fucker stand. She goes, but down to that, but you broke the bone in 3 pieces. And there's sharp edges on that. And I don't know if you know this, but you have 2 very important arteries that run through your hippie area. She goes, I can't believe you walked on it, because if you would have stepped the wrong way or whatever else, one of them bones could have snipped one of those little arteries, not even cut it, just snip it, and you'd have bled out before we ever could have got in there, and you would have died. I was like, well, that is important to know. Maybe you step down on the sign by the outdoor beach bar instead of that stupid thing about taking glass containers into the pool area. Fall down and break your hip. Stay the fuck down. She said, well, there's nothing I can do about this. You need to go to the hospital. I said, well, you're a doctor. And she goes, well, I'm not that good. Appreciate the honesty. She said, we're going to call you an ambulance. Lucky there's an ambulance right across the street. So they sent me their brand new ambulance with the tight sports suspension. Not car people. Tight sports suspension, real tight suspension, so you feel every fucking crack, every bump, and you run over. So that's gonna hurt. You want me to give you some drugs? I said, no, no, no. I read the paper. I know if you give me your drugs, next thing you know, I'm a heroin addict with a broken hip, and that's not a good look for me. Besides, I think the wild turkey's kicking in. They took me out to the hospital, half hour away, took me to the emergency room. And these people are professionals. We went in there, and they immediately gave me a big orange armband. Bright orange, seen in the dark. And on it said, fall risk. Well, I think you're a little late on the arm. I already done fall. Then they decided they didn't trust her x-rays, so they wanted to do their own x-rays. So they took me into their x-ray room where they could bounce my old ass around on an x-ray table for 45, 50 minutes, see if they could make me cry like a 3-year-old girl. They did. Then they came out and they said, you crushed the shit out of your hip. That seems to be the consensus of opinion. They go, we're going to have to do emergency surgery and give you a new hip. I'm like, whatever the fuck you got to do. Well, you have 2 choices. I'm like, well, what are they? They go, first one's kind of old school. It's made out of wood. It's called Washington. It's good wood. It's hardwood. It's not cheap. You know, it's not like balsa wood. If you put in a balsa wood hip, you'd never be able to swim because the one ass cheek would always be up in the air. You swim around in circles. I was like, well, how much is that one? She goes, well, that's $387. I said, well, that sounds like it's in the fucking budget. I have to get that one. She goes, well, you seem like an active older person. Okay, kiss my ass, sweetheart. She goes, we think you should have the better hip, which is a titanium hip. You do all kinds of shit with titanium hip. I'm like, fantastic, how much is that? She goes, well, that's $37,000. I don't think I got that kind of cash on me. I was at the beach. I have to get the wood one. She's looking at my chart. She goes, didn't you turn 65 a while back? I said, yes, I did. She goes, did you fill out paperwork with you? I guess I did. She goes, you're on Medicare. Well, fuck yeah, give me titanium. So I'd like to thank all you people for paying for my health.